So ended up closing below the market maker's expected move by about 106 points, seven. Putting us on a fairly significant downside trajectory into the end of the week and kind of butting up against the lower trend here, getting fairly close to it. We'll go look at that on the longer dated time frame in a second. Total failure of the upside breakout from this morning, and a pullback almost a trend here on ES, with the next significant level test at 5807 to the downside. Um, this is pretty fucking bad. In case that wasn't obvious. Um, Yields at the top end of the curve continue to move down pretty rapidly. Bond vols continuing to rise. Dollars falling fairly quickly, given the fact that we're instituting tariffs tomorrow. It's falling shockingly fast. Commodities up across the board, mostly held up by precious metals and industrial metals. That were rising alongside the falling dollar. However, oil down today on increased OPEC output starting in April, which has hit energy a little bit. Correlation on the 1 and 3 month popped, turned around a little bit into the end of the day, but no significant reversal. Forward yield on volatility at 10.03%. The curve on the 10-2 year, positive 9.34%. Rapidly a rapid positive move in the 10-2 year and increased demand for the forward yield on volatility has now pushed the forward yield on volatility over the yield curve. And this will probably just continue rising. This is very bearish. The last time we saw them rising in tandem at this rate was August of 2024, where the spread and the carry collapsed due to the Japanese rate hike and subsequent market shock. We haven't collapsed that fast yet here, but leverage is down pretty substantially from 9.2x a couple weeks ago to about 8.34. With that declining leverage, that'll mean margin is pulling back on risk assets, and M2 supply will decline as that margin on loan diminishes. Correlation and bond vol both up for the day. Skew moved up today, but probably now back down again after the big drop. 51% of the S&P. This is kind of interesting. Correlation between VIX and cash VIX rose from a bottom at 83.7 on Friday up to 84.98 today. That increase in correlation is likely due to a drawback in short volatility positioning. This is a very aggressive uptrend in volatility that isn't well, at least isn't showing any signs of pulling back soon. Fed fund futures ticked up a little bit today again, but not very much. Trying to price in that one rate cut by the end of the year, probably for the September meeting. Bear steepener moved down about 7%. Still kind of just chopping above 20. Not really doing much right now. Out here on the daily, we got that reversal Friday, and I warned that it hadn't gotten a higher high, and that was a kind of a risk. Today we saw the rest of that play out with the high of the day coming in a little lower than Thursday's high. That led to a failure that saw us fall through the 5,900 level trend and test and break below the local support trend that started back in October. A push down through here opens up a test at the 200 MA, which is around 57.20. We have major technical levels on the monthly at 57.73 and 56.96. 58.32 is a little bit important on the weekly time frame. If we go out and look at the weekly, this was 58.32 was pretty close to the bottom of last week's low. Also acted as support back here in December, a couple times. But the monthly lows at 57.73 and 56.96 are far more significant. And those we're getting very close to testing. We also, on a test of 56.96 or a breakdown thereof, we'll have a reversal signal on the monthly time frame, with a potential to pull back to 5,000 or even like 4,100. There's the market's gone up quite a lot, so there's a very significant amount of room below us for things to sell off. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that as time goes on. But this is a very significant reversal, especially if it falls below those levels. Anyway, that's it for now. Yeah, I mean those are the major supports to the downside. It's like 49.50 and like 41.04 from back in like end of 2023. What a day. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe Trump pulls it all back and we rip. He might not. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.